8th grade science. This video is the directions for how to do the assignment called Your Plan, Your Planet. So that's the title of it. That's what you're looking for on Google Classroom. So I'm going to click on that here. And like I kind of mentioned in the instructional video, it's broken into 4 different parts based on stuff, energy, food, and water. There's some questions that are for each part. And how to get the answers is from this website, also titled Your Plan, Your Planet. It's from Google. It's really cool. You're going to say, let's get started. It does help if you sign in with Google, so you might see that option there. If you sign out, it won't save your progress. And so it's handy if you sign in, and that way it will save your progress as you go. You don't have to, but it will help because it'll unlock these tips and stuff like that, because I've done this I don't know how many times. So I have all these different tips unlocked or whatever. Anyway, this is kind of the first screen. You see the 4 different categories. You can click on them. If you look on your assignment, you're going to start off doing the stuff. And really, I think it's basically from here and up. Well, kind of the pledge and up. These questions you need to answer as you do the activity. So I don't know what works best for you. A lot of times I like to do the 50-50 split screen here. Let's do that. I don't know what'll work best, but you kind of have to do them as you go. And I'll kind of show you how that works. So if I start off with stuff here, it's going to start off with different multiple choice questions. So like the first one is how much clothing is produced each year, right? So I'm going to say 100 billion. It'll tell me that I'm right because I'm a genius. And that's the same question that's on here, right? So I'm going to take that answer, type it on here. I'm going to continue. It's going to talk about the percentage of textiles that are made with recycled. It's probably really low. Oh, it was 1%. Okay. And again, you get that question there. They don't always have every single one has a question, but for the most part, it follows the website. Now, what I wanted to go is skip these multiple choice because there's other stuff that it's going to have you do as well. Oh, if you see any of these tips are also places that questions can be asked as well. But some of these activities, there's going to be things that you're going to be clicking on throughout. And it'll kind of give you some ideas. And then they'll give you tips on ways you can, throw away less clothes. And so these all can come or kind of help with certain things as well. Like what are 2 ways you can lessen the amount of clothes you buy? You could repair the broken ones. I could rent expensive ones. You'll get the idea, I think, here pretty quickly because the other sections are like that. So I'm going to skip these because I want to show you this one here. Once you get through all the different parts, at the very end of that kind of section is you're going to make a pledge. You're going to pick one of these, and you can click on them to read kind of what they are. I'm not going to hold you to the pledge, but they do kind of get you thinking about stuff. And so this pledge is to wear a piece of clothing you haven't worn on Friday, so you kind of keep using your closet a little bit better. You can even set a reminder. And so you'll kind of tell me which pledge of those 3 did you pick, explain why you picked it. And then these last 2 questions for each section that are on your doc, these are more like reflections. So as you went through the stuff categories, how do you think that impacts the environment? Some of those are based on the tips. Some of them are based on the questions that they asked you. And some is just kind of, your common knowledge. And then the other one is what are some ways that we can reduce our impact? And those are a lot of those from those tips. Now you can always read the tips again. Let me go back. At the very end as well. So if I'm back at the dashboard here, this has all the different tips that I read as I went throughout. And so if I don't know how to answer this one, I could probably go back and click on some of those and it will, it'll remind me what to do. And then basically the whole thing is really similar to that. You're going to go to water next. I can click on the little water droplet there. If you ever get lost, just go to Google and you'll go back to those 4 starting spots. Some of these questions, just kind of do your best guess. They're kind of based on your house or your family's lifestyle, so just fill in the best that you can. But that is the assignment, finishing those 4 different parts and getting some of those tips and ideas. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.